why you people like straight cuts.
I don't like straight cuts anymore. I just don't.
It's a waste of time.
I'm going to be like John, start carrying my V cutter on.
It's a waste of time. Can you switch over to the comments? Welcome to the dance party, you filthy animals. Thank you for joining us today here on Smoking Underground. I almost said Arc of Fire. I did that last night.
Nice.
You did it almost. You had that all planned. It was just like,
no joke. I was thinking.
I'm going to pretend to think I'm going to say Arc of Fire.
A little shameless plug.
I will not take any shame from plugging it because I'm amazing. And there you go.
Can't blame you.
Welcome to Smoking Underground, everybody. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, smash that like button. We can see when you do, and we can see when you don't. Bastards. And please comment. Say something, a smiley face. I don't care, a period. You don't even have to really say anything. Just let us know you're there.
Throw some sign language in there.
So do it. I mean, there's a lot of emojis out there. There's Gary.
Hola.
Who just cut his thing through the wrapper. What are you, a Neanderthal?
Oh, heavens alive. I do this all the time.
Ugh.
Oh, heavens, yes.
You do it all the time, but you shouldn't do it on film. And
that's true. You know what? That's exactly right.
You can do it behind closed doors when no one's looking.
But no one's looking.
When thousands of viewers are watching you slice that cigar that way.
I haven't had my medication today. My apologies.
So I'd like to give out a quick little PC tip that I don't know if many people know.
Go with it, baby. Talk to me.
Windows key and period will bring up an emoji and GIF section on your PC, so you can put emojis or GIFs anywhere that has a keyboard.
Richard.
FYI.
Lawrence.
Windows key, period. I don't know if it works on tablets, but tablets have their own stuff. But anything with a keyboard.
Oh, there we go.
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry. I was talking when you did it. What was it? Okay. Gotcha. What was that state that if you say something they won't broadcast it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What the fuck was the name of that state? That if I say fuck, they won't broadcast it in that state?
Well, it's not a state. It's countries.
Okay, good.
What?
You have now eliminated us from the entire Indian population. The Middle East
I'm gonna
will
cry
not
me a
broadcast
river.
this. You don't realize how many downloads you can get there.
I don't need their bots downloading our stuff.
No, that's the Chinese.
Oh, God.
That's racist.
Now that I don't mind.
So which one of these was our friendly
Today
rep recommending?
Camacho Factory Unleashed 2.
DOS. Yeah.
So did he say what the big difference was?
Yeah, it's a little bit stronger.
Okay.
A little bit.
And honestly, I think it needed it. It's also got an open foot.
Yes, it does.
Which I'm a big fan of open foot.
It had the open foot last time.
Yes, it did.
Look at that. It can hold the
one.
It's well balanced.
It's strong.
It's strong.
Strong like ox.
Oh,
I'm sorry, guys. I don't have a camera tonight. Somebody forgot a computer. Devin.
You
get what you pay for here. I'm sorry.
I'm blaming everything on Devin tonight.
Speaking of that, I got to get you guys to help me update my laptop. That's a side note, David.
I thought you've already updated that.
No, I remember talking to you guys about it, and I completely forgot to bring it in to let you look at it because I have tried everything I know to do, and the troubleshooting I've looked up, and I can't. I think you just got to put eyes on it. Anyway.
Get you another graphics.
I was going to say the two easiest ways to fix that.
Get you another graphics.
Dell.com or Apple.com.
Hey.
That new M2 chip's supposed to be a...
if I can not buy a new PC, that would be great because it's got a dedicated graphics card and I'm not using it to play games now. It'll be used for broadcasting. And if I can get all of that junk updated, it will broadcast pretty darn well.
No, because it has fan noise. If you get the new MacBook Air with the M2 chip, you can spec that sucker out to.
I'm not using the mic on the system. What am I, an animal?
Yeah, but you can hear the fans in the background. If you very carefully listen to this, you can microscopically hear the fan off this Dell computer.
Now I can definitely tell he's bullshitting because I'm like, do you not use audio filters and shit on your stuff before even as you're recording? Because mine filters out all of that stuff.
You still risk it being picked up, but that's why I have this wonderful Zoom P8 board.
You do. It's amazing.
It might be for sale because I really thinking about that
Roadcaster
too.
another one. Yeah, I remember.
I could sit here and ask you technical questions about that right now, but that's not what the show's about. So
No, the show is about us smoking cigars and carrying on a
There
conversation.
you go.
If
So,
we want to have a conversation
here's a good
about
question.
podcasting,
Speak it, brother.
our viewer numbers
1,
might drop.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's got
rise.
6 ports in it, right?
Mhm.
With 6 microphones, essentially.
You can run up to 6 microphones, yes.
What if you needed a 7th?
Plus one in the chamber.
Well, then you're kind of screwed.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
You could get the new Focusrite something Pod 2,
Yeah.
and it would have 2 inputs. No, you couldn't because it doesn't have an XLR out. It's only got a USB out.
Did you ever check out that company Beacon I told you about?
No, I did not. I couldn't remember the name. I was going to ask you.
It's an all digital. It's the guys who made the Go XLR.
Mhm.
2 of their programmers left and made this company called Beacon. And I watched Alpha Gaming. He did a unbiased review because he's like, if it's not good, I'm going to tell you it's not good. And I believe him. I've watched him long enough to know he's poo-pooed a lot of stuff before. And he was floored with the level of tech that's put in this because it's USB based. The whole thing. The board and the microphone. He goes, there's automatic stuff built into the microphone that most microphones don't have.
Oh, see, the Shure MV7, which is a fancy dancy SB Shure SB7, which is what Robin Quivers uses. But they have this new one that's all modified and it's got all kinds of processing in the microphone.
Yeah, and that's kind of what theirs does. Yeah, you got to check it out. How you doing, by the way, Gary?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm feeling better. I
Man.
was.
That's good.
Yeah, I told you I was feeling it right here.
Yes, I do.
Well, good thing we're smoking
Kicking.
cigars right now.
That's what I'm saying right there. A little relief. Oh, that's what it's all about.
So today I'm drinking Chattanooga whiskey,
Oh, yeah.
11-1 proof, straight bourbon whiskey cask.
Oh, that sounds nice.
It's very nice.
Is it smooth?
No, actually, it's not. It's got a bite to it.
Really? And how old is it? 7? Ooh.
It does. You know, it's kind of got a nice rum kind of taste to it.
Really?
I don't know how old it is.
Really?
Batch number 21K02R.
But it don't say how old it is.
Greater than 2 years.
Right.
Literally what
We
it
got
says.
rock gut going on here.
Greater than 2 years.
Holy moly, dude. Good God. Well, that's all right then. How's it? Have you dipped it yet?
I have not dipped it. You know what's funny is when it comes to dipping, I think I've noticed a trend.
Where's my water? You forgot my water.
I did forget your water.
That's all right.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm good. I
Um,
can smoke dry. Have done before. Done for you.
if John can get you a get John a water, that'd be great.
All I see is fingers in the door.
Is there a chance you
Yeah.
can? He's coming in and out of the door. So
No.
typically we have a subject for today, but John,
Just-
oh, is this my new one I get to keep? Thank you.
Oh, look at
You know what? I saw these come in. I really like these.
Today is brought to you by the letter Z or N.
Whatever you'd like. Is this a humidor or just a box? It surprisingly looks exactly like one of their boxes.
That's nice, dude. That is sweet right there,
That's the whole idea.
man.
And
I
there's
do like
also
the
an
beauty.
Avo one that's very similar to that,
I don't
except
doubt
it's wood grain with an Avo
Yeah, I don't
logo
doubt that
on
at
it,
all.
obviously.
I gotta say, because I love Camacho
Mhm.
and I really want
I
to
do
take this
too.
home.
I do too.
You know what I love about this?
Plastic.
Plastic.
It don't break. You drop it and it don't break.
We have one of those acid ones outside of
You could
Trussville,
hurt somebody, with
and it's
that.
got multiple cracks, like the big fin
Oh,
on the sides
geez.
cracked off because they dropped it.
Jeez.
Yeah, this one's heavy.
Now, do you know why I brought those out here for you?
Yeah,
I don't know why.
because
Because there is a special going on. You can own any of those those are all free. You cannot buy those at any price.
Oh, how do you get them for free?
It's a mix or match deal. Any Avo, Zeno, or Camacho. Since we are smoking a Camacho, I figured we should promote these or mention them. while supplies last, buy any 6 Camacho cigars, you get the white ashtray.
Okay.
If you buy 10, you get the Zeno ashtray. And that's, of course, you can mix Avo, Zeno, or Camacho cigars.
And let me guess the next one. If you buy a box, you get the box.
If you buy 20 plus, you get the humidor. Now, you only get one prize. You can't stack the deals. You can't go.
Oh, I already know I'm going to have an argument with people already. What do you mean? I just bought 20. I should get an ashtray and a buck.
God. Don't get me started.
Bitches, it's not how it works.
And then you are also entered into one of the famous Cigars or More Vitola Fine Cigars raffles. You get you're up for grabs is a $1,000 Camacho humidor.
Nice.
Gas can bar kit. I have no idea what that is or what it looks like.
Can
Or
I bet I know what that is.
Or a tailgating grill.
The gas can looks like one of those old style green gas cans. You open it up,
love it.
holds whiskey glasses and stuff in it. I bet that's exactly what it is.
Is that right? How neat is that?
No, that's available. I believe this is available at all stores while supplies last. We only have, I think, a half dozen of each here at 280. I haven't been in any of the other stores. But.
Well, this is the one I vote for, honestly. As much as I like the Zenos, I don't like the shape. This is perfect. I love this thing.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
That Camacho one would be I've got a Camacho power band that I'm going to take out to the lake. Looks like a piston head. But that would be a little bit better because it's a little bit
big time.
smaller.
Yeah.
But I kind of want the humidor. I don't know why.
I don't need a humidor. I'm good. I own 2 of them. I only use one of them. That one is starting to grow on me, I got to say. It's starting to grow on me.
It's got an interesting rail design to hold 4 cigars. And really,
But I don't.
I like the fact that this has a wider.
It doesn't rest, does it?
No.
There's not enough there to rest.
No. And you get one like that. See, you can't. What?
Well, it's tilted sideways so that you have to put it like this.
See,
but you then have to balance it because this area right there is so small. This one has a very large area space.
Right.
Very easy to rest a cigar.
Yeah. See, that's what I like. I like that.
That's what I'm saying. This is the most practical one.
Yeah.
And you only have to buy 6. I almost asked.
And not to mention, of
the
course,
Zeno one can make a neat wall hanging.
plastic.
A great wall hanger. Yeah, that'd be a nice little novelty piece.
Oh yeah, sure. Now, yeah.
Bing. Or if your name's Ned.
Or you turn it around and have it just yellow and not have the recess either.
That's true. So, how's everybody doing today?
Lovely.
I'm doing great. I know I was very quiet before the show. I was trying to take care of way too much.
Oh yeah, he
business
was.
today.
He's trying to hack away, man. I left him alone.
Yeah, he hacked into the Pentagon.
I thought he was freaking hacking into the Pentagon. Over
He
there,
ordered the destruction of not the FBI. Well, the FBI and the Internal Revenue Service. So I think we're going to be good in the next couple of years.
It's all
Thanks, John.
fantastic, outstanding.
So, like I said, normally we have a kind of a structure or something we're talking about, but today we're just bullshitting, enjoying this. This is a lot deeper.
Yes, I actually do. I like the
I
last
do
one.
too.
I like this one a little bit better.
I do too.
This one, Ecuadorian Connecticut on the outside, Habano binder on the binder, Honduran and Dominican filler.
Yeah.
And it's all it's all medium body, so it's a great medium body type stick.
Now I'm only through the foot area, so I'm just getting into the meat of the cigar. But it honestly reminds me a little bit of a Davidoff.
Oh, really?
Really?
It's smooth. It's smooth like a
It's
Davidoff.
smooth.
Now, don't they own?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Davidoff owns Camacho. Yeah, they do.
Now I'm not saying that this is an $8 alternative to a Davidoff, but I'm saying it's got the smoothness.
Oh,
It's got some of the flavors.
I love
it's
it. I do. I thoroughly enjoy it.
This might be the best cigar I smoked today.
Man, I'm telling you, there you go.
It's probably the only one he smoked today.
It's only free ones.
It actually is, because I came in here and went right to work on the computer.
I did too. I didn't smoke anything when I got here.
Yeah.
I catch some Z's out there in the car, man, and just kill it.
I noticed you lost about 40 pounds.
Golly.
A little bit warm out there.
Woo! Lord child.
Tell you.
Man, oh man. And then I'm sitting here thinking, man, why can't I run off hydrogen? Why can't my car run off hydrogen?
It run off of water, but the guy who invented it got magically killed himself.
Stanley Meyer. Don't get me started on Stanley. I love the man. Yep. Got his little dune buggy out there. I did research on that about 12 years ago. I was going to do it. And I got to reading about what it entails. And I said, I don't think I have an atomizer in my backyard. And I don't know how to build one like Bob Lazar did in his, because he had a Corvette that ran off water.
Oh, nice.
I remember you talking about that many years ago.
Yeah. I wanted
back
to
when
so
you
bad.
were a store manager and I was just a lowly customer coming in and bothering you every night.
Man.
Well, I heard
it was
either that guy or somebody else was going around the town doing it to people's cars. It may have been him, but I remember hearing a story of a guy going around town doing that, and they stopped him.
They ended up carrying him out to they eventually went up on his doorstep basically and just called him out and said, hey, listen, we'd like to buy that from you. He said, it's not for sale. I said, well, we'd like to take you out to eat. But anyway, so.
And he enjoyed his dinner with Jimmy Hoffa.
And next thing you know, he's grabbing his throat. He goes outside, falls down, and his buddy says, hey, what's wrong? He said, they poisoned me. And that was his last breath.
Yep.
No, I'm sorry, not his buddy, his brother. And so anyway, that was it. And the dune buggy disappeared.
Imagine that.
Don't know why. But
imagine where we would be right now if that didn't happen.
Well, that's the reason why I would like to ask Elon Musk. I understand you want to do electric cars, but why don't you just step it up just a notch and go hydrogen?
Yeah. Because we all know that electric cars are powered by coal.
Preach it.
Well, you did see the news out of Le Mans this weekend, the 24-hour Le Mans race.
No.
Jim Glickenhaus, major investment banker, huge Ferrari collector, racer, etc., mega dollars. He placed third and fourth with his two cars at Le Mans, only being beat by Toyota. Yes, 5 cars in his class. People keep saying that, but there was like 58 entries overall in the race.
Really?
But he placed third and fourth. Now, it's a gas-powered vehicle and all of that.
Okay.
But the Glick, as a lot of people refer to him, is a big proponent of hydrogen cars. And he really thinks that's the way to go. And while he doesn't have Musk money, he's got plenty of
yeah.
Because you need a lot of money for bodyguards too.
Yeah, if somebody were to do that right there, Musk would be toast. He'd be gone.
That's why he needs to do it.
Well, the irony of
exactly my point.
Glickenhaus lives in a Toyota. Toyota is actually has been hedging their bets towards hydrogen.
Yeah.
So you imagine, and that's what baffles me about real capitalism. I'm going like these people controlling the oil industry. If somebody were to go like bump you, and I'm going to put a lot of security around myself, and I'm coming out with this, what would happen to the world? And Elon Musk is the guy with the money and the power to do that.
Yeah, right.
Which tells you, it makes you wonder why he hadn't done it.
Yeah, I don't know. Musk has got a heart though, man. That's the only thing. A businessman that I know that has wanted to do good for the world and others. So in other words, give them jobs and have them working and going and do good for the earth. I mean, the guy's literally got a heart. You're looking at a guy that got bullied in school. So I mean,
did you not watch that No Driving Gloves episode I did discussing Elon Musk?
I broadcast on Wednesday nights now, so I'm not able to catch your stuff. I'm sorry, man.
Please enlighten us.
Well, it was it's an hour-long critique and explanation of Musk through the years, going through his business and that. The whole premise of the episode is we didn't review, but what brought it to light was the Hulu movie about his self-driving cars and his technology. I can't remember what the name of the movie was. It slanted a little bit, but everything's slanted in today's media. But no, Musk, I don't know if you can say he is. How did you word it? I don't know.
He's got a heart.
Yeah, I don't know if he.
Yeah, when you said that, I don't I don't necessarily agree
not
with that.
the most compassionate person in the world. He fired his personal assistant.
You know what?
of 20
You're right.
years.
You know what? That's true.
Because she asked for a raise or something.
Let me rephrase that. He's matter of fact.
To the
No,
point.
Yeah.
no,
To the
he's
point.
got goals.
Yeah. Exactly.
He's ambitious.
That's
It goes back to
understatement.
Henry Ford. I mean, he's
Yeah.
just like Henry Ford. When Henry Ford wanted the V8, Henry Ford wanted it done in a single casting, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And his engineers came to him and said, can't be done. And Henry Ford said, yes, it can. A year later, he went back to him. Have you got it? Can't be done. Yes, it can. And he did that multiple times. Now, Henry Ford, high school dropout, whatever, going into a room of engineers, this could be one of his biggest failures. But keep in mind, Henry Ford already had 2 car companies that went broke.
Yeah.
He's already failed. So big deal. But you know what ended up happening eventually?
His vision.
One-piece casting V8.
I think Elon Musk is Henry Ford reincarnated.
Damn.
Except
Damn
hopefully he didn't
close.
sell
Yeah.
engine parts to the Nazis.
This it's because
Oh,
they're not around
you
right
don't
now.
quite know that yet.
Yeah. So yeah.
Sure.
but I there's something about him that is special, and I call him a prophet. I know I'm weird for that, but at the same time, I think I literally call him a prophet because he's going to
Techno
Steve
prophet.
Jobs. Well, yeah, I mean Steve Jobs, same way, because things have to go that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the way the world is. It's this particular evolution that is rolling, and it has to happen that way. But nevertheless, anyway, I stick to what I say though. I think if somebody comes along with a hydrogen, if they can make that roll, they can make that work, and the government's going to clamor for it. Elon Musk is going to sink. He's going to buy into it. One of the
Well, he
the
should
two,
just buy into it.
and just go gigantic.
The big word from 2020. He's going to pivot.
He's going to pivot. Is that what
He's going to pivot.
That's a good way to put that. Yeah.
The biggest problem with hydrogen power is while hydrogen is one of the most abundant elements on the planet,
Mhm.
it's also the clingiest.
Yeah.
You
right.
thought your ex-girlfriend
Right.
was bad.
Correct. And stable as well.
It's really, really
Yeah.
difficult to get hydrogen to let
Yeah.
go of anything that it's attached to.
Right. Exactly. I like that. Yeah. If your car turns over, if you have a wreck, it's not going to catch on fire. It's just not. It goes away. It's boom, it's done. Yeah.
Well,
so,
that's,
yeah.
they have all these nitrogen filled tires now, which we'll have an episode on.
No.
Driving gloves coming up.
Oh, okay.
It's-
All right. I wasn't going
But it's
okay.
a little bit of
Got it.
BS because if you don't fill the tire in a vacuum, guess what you've got?
Air.
Yeah, you pretty much got
Yeah.
72% nitrogen.
Yeah,
in it.
because
Yeah.
I think my
But-
sister-in-law's tires are not normal.
But
Right.
a friend and I were talking recently, and we think we might have this solved. We're going to go ahead and offer roughly 82% nitrogen filled tires with a very low hydrogen content, somewhere in the neighborhood of less than 0.02% of the air in the tire will be hydrogen.
What's the meaning
and-
of that? Why?
Well, hydrogen's what caused the Hindenburg to burn and blow up. So you don't want that in your tire.
Mm.
And
So
the
Firestone's gonna be the first one to do it.
nitrogens help stabilize your tire a little bit. You don't quite get the pressure fluctuations, supposedly,
I got you.
and you don't get the condensation, so your rims don't corrode, and it
Rust.
protects the sensors. So we decided we're going to market this product. We're going to call it Air.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
That's
Yeah.
great. All the advertisers just going to be like,
Yeah.
this percentage nitrogen.
Yeah. This.
Nobody's going to look it up and go, that's how much is in air.
Yeah.
By the way, hydrogen is like 0.001%.
Right. Yeah. But there is this thing called bottled water, and when bottled water first come out, of course you're looking at the typical, older generation, if you will, saying I can get water out of a spigot. Why do I want to buy it in a bottle? I can get it out of a hose pipe. Why do I want to buy it in a bottle? Now, what's one of the biggest things in the world that sells? Bottled freaking water.
And
You
there's
can-
some places you can only get bottled water because you go down to Mexico, you can't drink that out of the
Yeah,
tap. You
right.
have to have bottled.
Exactly. So now, Who'd have thought? You know,
I was amazed a couple of weeks ago when I was in DC. They actually had drinking fountains on the mall that were operational. It's the first time I've seen operational drinking fountains since COVID.
Yeah.
Not that I do a lot of hiking and outdoorsy stuff, so maybe that's common. But they are installing a lot of bottled water refill stations now too.
Yeah.
So
I like the
they're-
ones that you see at like Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
Where they're normal fountains, but they also have the sensor
Yeah,
underneath.
we've got that at the office.
Those are great.
Yeah,
That's wonderful.
I'll wear those
are
out.
big. I've seen been in Best Buys with those, Walmarts with those things like that.
Right.
You know what's funny is we've got a water fountain at work. It came with the building when we bought it.
Right.
We've cleaned it. It looks nice. Nothing wrong with it. Nobody uses it. We should swap that sucker out for a bottled water version.
You just increase the pressure. You push the button, the stream goes up, and you fill the bottle.
No.
It's true.
I like one that just sort of has the funny straws,
Yeah.
and then comes out to a spout, Just
I want
kinda
one with
have
little
fun with it,
tablets you can put in to have flavored water.
Oh,
You just take
come
the
on.
tab, put it in, and you put your bottle in.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, man, I love that stuff. Flavored water.
Make it its own soda fountain.
Oh, yeah.
Now I started drinking water recently.
He doesn't normally drink water, y'all. He just normally drinks
All
sodas.
Whiskey. Yeah, it's all.
Sodas
And,
whiskey.
in order to get me converted, I started buying bottled water and Kool-Aid, a little squirt.
Mm.
And people made fun of me for that. I'm going, wait a second. You're dumping your damn Crystal Light stuff in. You're dumping your.
There you go.
It's just Kool-Aid into the different name.
Right.
So
That's it.
So a buddy of mine, he gets it from Costco. It's called Liquid IV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried one the other day.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. 3 times the electrolyte of like
Yeah.
Gatorade or
That's what that's what's funny is I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard that. I saw a health expert on TikTok and they were talking about,
Mhm.
you know what you need? You need electrolytes.
Right.
Everybody is running out of. They just don't
Yeah.
have enough in their body.
Yeah.
Brandy loves that stuff too. But every time you say that word,
Is that right?
electrolytes. You need electrolytes.
Electrolytes.
Yes.
I'm gonna try the dip now, y'all. I'm ready.
Okay, here you go.
I've got a story about that, but electrolytes and idiocracy. It always comes to mind when they talk about
That's a great movie. That's a really great movie.
It's a heck of a documentary.
I was just about to say that. So on the 17th, tomorrow, the Buzz Lightyear movie comes out.
It's also,
know that?
Buzz
it's
Lightyear.
also Prime Day. Now we don't have
Oh, is that right?
we don't have a site set up.
Free
If you go-
shipping?
If you go to nodrivinggloves.com/stuff, we have a lot of automotive stuff there that's linked through Amazon. A couple of cool.
Could
Some-
I get
And there's actually leather cleaner on there, so that's how it can relate back to the cigar world.
well? And on a completely separate note, could I get floor mats through your link for my truck?
You could go to my page, go through my link, and buy your floor mats.
Okay.
And I will see a slight.
Yeah, I was sharing my link a bunch when I first got my Amazon affiliate, and it goes. I got an email that says, "You've been doing a good job sharing your link, although the things you're sharing don't contribute to any profit, but good job." I was like,
But you really can't share your link. You have to you have to put the item on your website or something. They have to get to it through your website.
"Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
well, I
Yeah.
got to set
And,
up
and you
mine."
have to disclaim it, by the way. And you, according to the FCC now, you have to audibly disclaim it. You just can't put it on your website. So I may or may not receive a kickback from anything you purchase on the No Driving Gloves website.
Yeah.
And
May or
it
may
needs to be said in a tone that can be understood and comprehended by a senior citizen, specifically worded that way in the law.
I mean, that sounds intrusive at the same time. What's wrong with it? You know, like I can hear people going, "That's some bullshit. You don't need to do that." But I'm like, who gives a shit?
Well, think of your used car ads on the radio where
Toyota's hot, hot, hot.
no 2.9% financing for the first 3 months, and then the payment rate.
You know? Oh,
You can't do that anymore. It has to be said at a tone and a cadence
That's good.
that
I like
a
that.
senior citizen can comprehend due to the massive amount of senior citizen fraud.
how about that?
So
It's about time.
some
Something
things
I
that
can
Congress
understand
is
now.
actually doing make sense for a change.
Yeah, well,
Some things they don't. I'm not
Yeah.
going to get
That's
political.
the
One out of
0.001%.
one
of
out of
everything.
1,000 ain't bad, you know.
You can tell all three of us have an opinion.
Child,
If you couldn't tell.
good God.
I gotta say, I am not particularly enjoying that.
Okay,
Yeah.
they are. And what's it called? We'll diss it again.
It's a Chattanooga whiskey, which Chattanooga whiskey's good. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, really?
Their normal stuff's really good.
Okay.
This is the 11D1 proof, and I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. For any of you that know where I'm getting that pronunciation from, you will we'll get you a discount on the cigar if you can figure out where I'm getting that pronunciation. 11D1. It's a cast strength, so it's going to be tart. It's going to be harsh.
A little bit of to
Yeah.
it, huh?
I'm just not feeling that tonight. I was kind of doing this in honor of my buddy Dr. D,
Mm.
who loves Chattanooga whiskey in general, and all their other
Yeah.
stuff. But I recently got a bottle from Compass Box. It's $100 bottle. It's probably about $80.
Really?
I use the money from which I still haven't gotten the gift card, by the way. I don't know if he's passed those out, but the
He
gift card I
used it,
got
but
from
he
the
ain't got
thing.
it yet.
But I used $100 of it to buy a nice bottle, Compass Box Scotch whiskey called the Peat Monster.
The Peat Monster?
Yeah, because good Scotch, some Scotch tastes like
Right.
peat.
Gotcha.
It's called the
Yeah.
Peat Monster. We
Gotcha.
tried it. We cracked the bottle open last night for the first time right before the D&D game started.
Right.
Oh, I nearly fell over. It smelled so good.
Wow, man.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, well, speaking of links, I think we need a sponsor somewhere along the line, lighters, cutters, something like that.
Yeah.
We can stick a link in ours and actually put you on something that's decent that you can cut or light your cigar
Yeah.
with.
I really would like that, honestly.
Yeah.
I'd love to have something like Thunderbird
Yeah,
sponsor us.
right.
Instead of
anything.
Calibri
Yeah,
or
Paleo,
Vicar. Something off
something.
brand
you know,
than what we normally
Yeah.
see in all the stores.
right.
Because here's the thing, y'all.
Yeah.
I'll give my opinion boldly. I don't buy fancy lighters or fancy cutters
I don't think any connoisseurs do.
because it's just like you're going to lose them, you're going to break them, somebody's going to take them.
Yeah.
The only reason I have this one right here, this is a Zippo case that was custom made for me for my birthday last year with a Thunderbird pyramid insert.
Right.
It's my favorite lighter.
Yep.
I love it. It
Yep.
stays in my pocket at all times.
That's it.
The only reason I have this is because it was gifted to me.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally,
Mm.
probably wouldn't spend that kind of money on it.
Yeah.
Now having owned a Thunderbird, which all their inserts are $20,
Mm.
probably 22 now, but you can use any Zippo case and put them in. I highly recommend this. If you're going to own one and not a cheap one, this right here, $20 for the lighter, any Zippo case you want to get, you're done. You get tired of the look? Oh, I'm going to change the look.
I ended up winning a lighter off of the one of the cigar shows I used to listen to back when I first started, and
2 weeks ago, right?
yes, it was 3, but it is somewhere around. I don't know when it was. It was about mid. So, Mikey, I think it was somewhere around about 98, 90. Somewhere around about 95, 96, 98, somewhere along there.
Yeah.
Listen to Cigar Dave show. And called in and got this sweet Colibri. It was Quantum Vortex. I'll never forget it. And I got that, man, it come with a nice leather case and that you can wear it on your belt. And boy, I did. I wore that thing around. Man, I wore it.
Free ones when you win them are amazing.
Yeah.
One of the guys, he's always in our comments usually, Sir Metal Knight.
Yeah.
He's my buddy Garth.
Yeah.
And the second episode, it was either the first or the second. I believe it was the second episode of
Mm.
Behind the Curtain
Mhm.
with Jason.
Mm.
Jason goes, "What's my birthday?" And he guessed it right.
Wow.
And he still got that. It's a
Dang.
barrel. It looks like a barrel, like a metal barrel
Yeah.
with a lighter on top. He brings it over every once in a
Oh,
while. He
heck yeah.
still uses that.
Is it torch or is it regular? Regular flame or torch? Torch flame?
No, it's a torch. It's
Torch
a
flame. Wow.
It's a 3-torch. Like
That's
it's a
neat.
nice thing.
Heck yeah.
You're anywhere from 18 to 21 on those inserts.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of different ones. There's a new Vertigo by Lotus one that is a dual flame that
Yeah.
fees up.
Yeah.
I will probably try to add those to smokingunderground.com.
I'm telling you, man. Like
Mm.
they even have one, which is I want to get is they have a double where it's a torch,
Yeah.
and then you can like press it again or something, and it'll do a soft flame. So for those of you that smoke both pipe and cigar,
Yeah, right.
it is perfect.
Oh yeah.
They've even got a specifically, if I saw that correctly, a specifically pipe lighter
Yep.
with the hole on the side.
Yep.
I've been super impressed with the designs they have
Yeah.
for as cheap as they have. And then you don't have to worry about all this. Don't get me wrong. These are good lighters, especially around the shop. I can tell yours is loose as hell. But you're going to lose these. You're not going to care about them. These are
Yep.
flat. They fit in your pocket. You just got to refill them. You come to Cigars and More, you fill them for free.
Yeah, I got an ST DuPont at home that never leaves the house. It never leaves the
DB
drawer.
Burton. Actually, Devin said, sold me the first nice cutter, and I still have it to this day. Nice. Very good.
That's awesome.
I mean, I've got most of mine. I've got my fancy
Yeah.
sidecar V thing, click, click.
Yeah,
and
right.
Not V cutter, but
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah.
And I'm, like I said, I've had this Calibri for 6 years and that.
Right.
I find when you have something nice, you have a
Right.
tendency to pay attention and take care of it. But
And you should.
but you go down to my Vertigo lighters, you know,
Yeah.
the Cyclone, which is the best lighter I think's ever been made.
Yeah.
Not too fancy, you know,
Right. to the
depending
point.
where you buy them. Here they're about $15.
Yeah, they
someplace.
raised the price on them.
Yep.
No, they raised the price tag on them.
Yeah.
They did not raise the price on them.
Ah.
They
Because
say
now we
seven-
sell the
they-
Paleos.
They say $17.99.
Yeah.
But they still ring it $15.99.
There,
Hey,
you,
there you
go.
go.
Come get them before they run out.
They did introduce that new one, which I'm having mixed reviews on, that has the V cutter in the middle of it, so you get a cutter. Or, you know, not-
See, I'm
It's
just not-
okay.
I'm not a fan
but,
of that.
But no,
I
this
just-
Cyclone, I probably got a dozen of these. Probably have 4 of them in the car.
Right.
Yeah.
These just they work.
They do.
Like
Yeah.
when
They
I'm
do.
selling a lighter
Like
here,
clockwork.
if I travel, which I do quite often, I take a nice lighter with me.
They are.
But I always take my Vertigo Cyclone because, as I say, I was in Hamilton, Alabama at a hotel the other day. If it's 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night, and your lighter doesn't work,
Yeah.
there's not even 2 sticks in Hamilton to rub together to light
Yeah.
your cigar. So I always, I carry the Vertigo because I know it's going to light my cigar.
Yeah.
Well,
get-
and it's like that Calibri cutter. A guy left a same version as yours right there, but red, and he left it there. And I was fortunate enough to find it before anybody else did. And I kept that thing behind the counter for 3 weeks going, did anybody lose a cutter? The guy didn't show up for 3 weeks. I
Devin
was
has a
like,
cutter now.
well, I was about to be like, I got a new cutter. I don't want a
New
new
cutter.
cutter
Got a new cutter.
because I know the pain of owning one of those and losing them. And he eventually came back in.
Is that right?
I didn't ask him. He came up and went, bro, he was talking to me about his cutter. He was talking to me how he lost it here. Have you seen it? And I went, is that right? What color was it? Black and red. And I went, swapped it out. I felt
Isn't that
it was a
great?
good day. It was a very good day.
Oh yeah.
And that's the thing is that's
Yeah.
the reason I don't buy expensive stuff. I've got a $20. I showed you my wand.
Yeah. I like that too.
Yeah, it's $20. It's got 2 different size ring, hole punches on the side. It's got a spear and a jab in it.
AA batteries, vibration, kind of know.
Yeah, yep. Fits right in your prison wallet.
There you go.
I recommend that thing. You need to put that on our store too.
Send me a link. I'll pop that on there. I'll pop your cigar rest ring on there that we keep talking about.
There you go.
I still need to buy one of those. I still haven't because I want to find one on Amazon.
Yeah,
The link you sent me wasn't Amazon though. It was like some company.
I've got them for Amazon too.
Well, definitely send me that because I want to buy one. I want because that's my biggest struggle as of late is I got sick of carrying around, which is really cool. It's a cigar stand that folds up and you just it's on a hinge and you just pull it out of the case. Cigar stand.
Wonderful. That's
You used to carry
great.
that Calibri 3-hole punch that
Yeah, I used to carry that all the time.
had the nice cigar rest. In it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the issue with that one is you have to balance the cigar on it. Whereas the other one, you don't have to balance anything.
Yeah, it's about the other one's about 2 inches wide, and you can just set that thing right on there.
Because my buddy Josh,
Man, I
he's
love
got
that.
one that's 2 parts and he has to assemble it.
Oh yeah, no.
And I'm like,
no.
it's fancy, it's
No.
nice, it's kind of gold looking.
Yeah.
I like the thing.
Yeah, but
he already lost the leather case it was in.
See, that's what I'm saying.
And I'm like, at some point he's going to lose one side of it.
Anytime you start talking pieces, that's dangerous.
Exactly.
That's just dangerous.
And I bought 3 of those things on Amazon, those wrists, for $10.
There you
It was
go.
in a pack together.
And they fit slim in your pocket. You just slide them things in it. You won't even know it's there.
Yeah.
You don't. It's nice.
Yeah, I got my standard kit. You got your standard, like your lighter and your cutter and a stand. And I keep all 3 of those in my truck. I keep some of those at work and I keep some of those at home. So I always have everything I need everywhere.
That's what you got to do, man.
All cheap stuff.
What you got to do.
Because the point's not the peripherals. The point is the cigars.
Well, I mean, when you're young and you just getting into this right here, it's like anything else, man. You're excited about it. It goes all the way from music to cigars to cars to whatever. It doesn't make any difference.
You go big.
Yeah, you really do. And I remember just in my first humidor, man, I was opening that thing up twice a day, checking humidity, checking, the hydrometer, making sure everything was perfect. I'd realign them 3 times a day. My God, And now it's like, well, I might have one under the seat that's in
digital
a Ziploc bag
or digital humidity gauge.
We sell those.
Yeah,
I've never seen one. I'm talking like the really small, thin ones. We got one. My buddy got one, and it's great for calibrating your humidor.
Yeah,
you put it in there. You season your humidor. You have the gauge, and then sometimes you can calibrate the gauge.
Yeah.
The digital one, you don't have to calibrate. It already knows.
Well, Zycar, you did have to. Yeah. With their beginning of their digital series, you had to calibrate that. Yeah. But now you don't anymore. Everybody does that because Diamond Crown literally come out and said, hey, we got one. You ain't got to calibrate. It's good to go. It's guaranteed within 3% relative humidity.
Which is fine.
Yeah, it's great. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And I sold a piss out of those. I mean, because it's old man proof.
Yeah.
That's what I call it. There ain't nothing to look at. Ain't nothing to do. It's there.
Yeah.
Boom. Stick it. Go.
And they've got digital humidifiers now. Like my uncle showed me his.
Oh, yeah. The Oasis.
He said he bought his on eBay. He probably spent about $130 to get the old, like, 2nd edition model. He goes, the now 5th or 6th edition they're on, you're going to pay $300, $400 for it.
Yeah.
But it's literally like
size.
Put water in it, keep the battery powered. Yeah. You will never have to worry about it.
Yeah, that's for about 100 sticks and up, So if you get like a cabinet style humidor.
Oh, so I shouldn't have put it in a bag?
That'd be fine. Let's go. I think it comes with a ribbon cable. Shoot, stick it in there, man. Let it go.
There you go.
But yeah, man, Oasis those are the bomb, and they used to be really helpful with humidors, the larger ones, still are. But.
So, John, tell me the tasting notes you're getting out of this, because I'm not a big Connecticut fan, so I'm not getting much out of this.
Are you not really?
Yeah,
really?
It's just a smoke to me. It's just a smoke.
Kidding.
Oh, I don't know. I'm getting that very, very light buttery nut. And
may as well.
There's definitely no pitted prune in it.
That's an old one.
Thank goodness.
Now, you know what I think it really is? I picked the wrong whiskey for this.
Oh, that's better.
I really think I picked the wrong.
I was going to throw
better.
something out there because you alluded to Cigar Dave, and of course I listen to the Cigar Authority every week, and we're going to steal a bunch of their crap from this last weekend show because they did their cigar etiquette, spent an hour on cigar etiquette, how to behave in a lounge and how to smoke a cigar.
We need to have that playing in every lounge 24/7.
Well, and then they the second half of the hour, second hour, they did the 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
But number one, you don't stick a roach clip or anything in your cigar to smoke the very last bit. Just buy another damn cigar. That was one of their things. The other one was, and they're talking about it, and I go, I've actually been in the room when this has happened. Never, under no circumstances, never, ever dip your cigar in alcohol or another drink. First of all, you spend all this time, just like we talked, getting your humidor set to a temperature or a humidity and all this preciseness. And then what's the first thing you do? You dip it in whiskey. Why not just keep it in it on a sponge? Same thing. You're soaking your cigar. And then the 200 hands that created that cigar before it got to your hands when you dip it in whiskey are cringing because of the work and the effort they did in making that cigar and making it perfect, and you're altering it. It's just like if you go have sushi and you use your damn ginger or your wasabi or your soy. No, the chef prepared that for you. You should enjoy it the way it is. It's like using steak sauce with your steak. You eat it the way it came out of the kitchen. You don't.
Are these guys from America?
Yes.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
I'll smoke it the way I want to smoke it.
Matter of fact, they're from New England. They're as old of America as you can get without being Indian
How about I enjoy it
or Native
both
American.
ways? How about I enjoy it both ways? Some days without, some days with.
Right
If you want to swing both ways, that's a whole nother subject.
Because listen, ain't nobody gonna tell me how to enjoy my cigar.
There you go. Well, that's I mean,
I'm gonna enjoy it the way I want to enjoy
go
it.
with it, man. I mean, that's what it's made for. It really is.
No, they just
But,
talked about that,
you
and I
know.
kept seeing that cigar manufacturer lecturing you about dipping your cigar.
That's funny.
I get their point. 100% I get their point. Because but if you want to try it, friggin' try it. Don't let a stigma, don't let some of these, and I dare say, cigar snobs tell you what you can and can't do.
And I mean, that's the same thing goes with flavored cigars. I mean, if you like flavored cigars, well, I'm not a flavored cigar guy. I do happen to enjoy every once in a while.
I missed the
And I
upset.
actually know one of the higher. Actually, we saw him earlier today. That actually has a flavored type stick to enjoy to clean his palate before he smokes a good one, if you will.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's a different concept.
Oh yeah, very much so. So if you enjoyed, and I like some of the Deadwood stuff. I enjoy that.
I would say Deadwood is high caliber when it comes to flavored.
It really is. I
And-
mean, it's the complexity and the flavors that they have in the time that they've spent in that. Not to mention the art that they put into it.
I missed the upsetter. I don't know where it
Hey.
went. I don't know why the manufacturer hates us.
Yeah.
Probably just like Davidoff hates us and doesn't
Right.
make the Camacho Candela anymore.
Yeah.
I believe we have some upsetters here.
I know we don't ever have any at Trustville, and I'm telling you, you bring them to Trustville, they would sell out.
Well, that's why we don't bring them there. We don't want them to sell out because we can't get more.
Oh my gosh! It's about money. It's about money.
Yeah. Well, but still, the point is, of course, is just smoke what you like. I mean, try it, see what happens. You know, and if you do, let us know. I mean,
Yeah.
we're open for suggestions. What we may not. I mean, again, I don't like flavored stuff. I'll smoke a Java if I hadn't got anything else to smoke. But,
Yeah. I'm never a purist about most things. I was literally trying to think, what is something that Devin would go, no, you have to do it this way. Be a purist about it. I'm really trying to think about it, and I'd love to find a flaw in my own thinking.
One thing I'm a purist of. The only thing that I can think of off the top of my head right now that I'm a purist of.
What's that?
I will even when I was down in Honduras and I did not have a cutter around me, I will not bite off the tip of a stick.
You know, I've never done that before.
I never will. I'll peel off the cap. I've seen Lilo Gomez do it, and I emulated that. I peel off the cap, and I had to peel off, 6 caps while I was down there. Like,
I would have to
dude, that's
watch
so
the
cool. Can you
technique
do
of
it?
that how they bite it off.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'd probably do it wrong, but I'm
I
just
just-
thinking like,
I just can't do it.
do people
just
actually
can't
like
do it.
that?
Yeah. I mean, I got to go to
Or is
church
it just
with
necessity?
It's just like
I mean-
the guy who takes a cigar and chews on it
Yeah.
for,
Right.
2 days,
Yeah.
gets it all soggy and wet, and then
Yeah.
comes in and borrows your cutter and just cuts the end off.
Oh, Lord.
I would have to buy a Perdomo Fresco,
God.
something I don't really care about,
Yeah.
and try the bite off method just to see what it's like.
I mean,
just to
you know.
experience it.
Yeah.
Because
It's,
I can't fathom that. I'll be honest with you. And it's not because of
I don't know
flavor,
why.
taste, or doing it the
Yeah,
right way.
right.
I just feel like it's going to fall apart in your mouth. You're going to constantly be spitting tobacco out. You know?
it's
just
taking the fine
yeah.
art of cigar smoking
And I
and
guess
cigar
that's it.
manufacture. Everything's so
I guess
precise
so.
about these things,
Yeah, right.
and I don't bite precisely.
Yeah, don't color within the lines sometimes. Go outside of it, Make the grass.
Use a
rich.
shirkin.
Right.
So, what kind of flavor notes you getting off your Camacho Unleashed Factory number 2?
Your low end Davidoff.
God, that's actually a good analogy. I like that.
That's
I like that.
That's what I said.
the low end Davidoff. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, literally the low end Davidoff, because it's so smooth. And that's the Ecuadorian, that's an Ecuadorian wrapper on the outside. It's just so smooth, man.
You know what I would say about it?
That's pretty good.
So I've had some Connecticut's that you taste them and it's just nothing burger. There's one in there. I think it's I cannot remember the name. I can see it right now. It's got kind of a blue box. It's about that long. I think it's called like the number 1 or it's got a white wrapper. Golly, I can't remember the name of that thing. We have it up front at Trustville, and I hate that thing. I tried smoking that thing, and it was literally nothing in my mouth. I tasted nothing. This, even though I'm not picking up on a lot of flavors, I think that has a lot to do with the whiskey I chose.
Very well could be.
I'm still enjoying the smoke.
That is one thing that I like to preface, and that is that it is a libation mix thing. Because if you don't have a good libation, because all of your drinks will have a different characteristic to every smoke that you have. It will have it. It'll change it. It'll put it around.
I should have thought about that because this is like you smoke anything Camacho lately, especially this one. It's a low end Davidoff, meaning not hard.
That's exactly right. That right there is to be made to smoke with something that's going to knock your socks off.
Yeah.
That's to be made with a chisel Maduro. Is what it is. Right there.
Right.
Or triple Maduro by
but
Camacho.
I will give it credit, even though I'm not picking up as much as you guys are. It still tastes good. And I'm comparing that to having smoked some Connecticut's that are, in my opinion, just waste of tobacco. Like they made this thing just to try to make money and not for flavor in any capacity.
It's I'll sell these at Patola. I'll sell the fool out of these at Patola. I don't think I have them over there.
It's got the same wrapper, but it has a big number 2, which I kind of like the idea. I'm thinking about that in my humidor.
Yeah.
Blank 2, and they come out with a 3, and I'd have them all lined up. That'd be nice. I could see that, John.
You can put it in your glass and case Zeno ashtray, which you can get if you buy 10. 10.
This is 6.
6 for the Camacho, 10 for the Zeno.
Yeah, right.
And that's Camacho as well. You could buy 10 Camachos and get that, right?
I don't see why you couldn't buy 10 Camachos. Well, you can buy 10 Camachos and get the Zeno. It can be Zeno, Zeno, Avo, or Camacho.
Yeah. Well, you talking about like the Zeno? Well, I guess the yellow label Zeno. That's
we're talking. You can buy the Zeno Nicaraguan at $6 a pop, or you can buy the Zeno Platinums at $25 a pop.
Okay, there you are.
Zeno Platinum 25. I think it's a lot more than that.
Oh heck, good God, man.
I don't know. I haven't sold one for a while.
Yeah, they're up there. They're past the $50.
Yeah, Zeno.
No, you're thinking the Zeno.
The Platinum Series special edition. Yeah,
I got a chance to smoke one of those.
Those are.
You're thinking the ones that come in the 3 to a box. The chubbies.
Yeah.
Those are $99.
Did I? And I think John's done. I think John's been there. Did you ever go to any of our Zeno shows over at the old shop?
Oh yeah.
Oh freaking A! Did I ever tell you about the Zeno shows?
No, but
dude,
I've had one of those Zenos.
Dude,
finally got a chance to try one.
Dude, Zeno shows that we used to have, and they were the platinum. They were the top of the line Zenos. That's what we sold. That was it. You didn't find cheap Zenos. So yeah, the Zeno shows that they used to have. Zeno's supposed to be the hip hop, if you will, version of the Davidoff. So you got classical Davidoff, and then you've got Zeno, which is a hip hop. And the shows were mandatory. You had to have a DJ. They would bring in models.
They need to have these shows again.
Yes, they would literally bring in models to cut and light your cigar, and they would have, good gosh, almighty knows. I bet we had 5. I bet we had 5 models floating around.
And move in the store.
Good God, man, and just rocked the place. God, you couldn't stand up. You'd have to go outside. My God, packed. And they would have these packs, and they were these 20 count like Zycar, the plastic cases, the travel cases, and they would be packed with Zeno cigars, all the specials, in there, different sizes, different blends, and all that right there. And that was like a $200. It's like a $400 pack, but we sold them for $200, man. And man, what some shows, man. They would rock. Good God, I miss those. Anyway, yeah. So, but that was Zeno then. But yeah, but still, man, Davidoff rocks. And so does Camacho.
And I would tell you, from having finally worked a cut and light event, John, Gary.
Yes.
If you ever have an event and you want to do a cut and light for that event, I highly recommend you contact Harris Cigars More. Whoever does it, I believe it's Harris. It is classy as hell to have somebody standing there. You've bought a gaggle of cigars for people to have for free.
Yeah.
And they just come up and the person cuts it for you,
yeah.
light it for you. They'll talk to you about it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that will make your event just next level. There is nothing better.
That's what I used to do.
Oh my goodness.
Is that what you're supposed to do? I just usually unload the cigars and kind of sit there, have a cigar, drink my Diet Mountain Dew.
That's it. Yeah.
I could see you doing that. I'm telling you.
checking
John, so you
checking
want
the
some
old
more?
Facebook.
I had the most fun at that event. I did not think so, because you're like, oh well, you're getting paid to do it, but you're sitting there having fun, because it's not like when you're working the store when you got to ring people up and you got to do it. Nope.
No,
They're
best
great
part.
events. That wedding I did right before Christmas, by far was one of the most fun I've ever had. And it all went, I'll be honest, went down to the wedding planner, because they came and kept checking on you. They didn't forget you. And you're the icky cigar guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The coordinator at the thing I was doing, she kept by. She did. She kept coming by, asking how I was doing. She let me get drinks. She let me go out and go to their buffet and get food.
Woo.
And
I bet you it was the same wedding coordinator that I had then.
Man, I'm telling you, it was such a, because for those of us that work in the cigar industry like we do, it's the best parts of working without any of the worst parts. It's all the best parts.
Yeah.
Because none of the people coming up there are a-holes. They're all nice. Right. They're all like, I've never really gotten into cigars. I had one time. Well, let me start you out, and you know what you've got in front of you. So like we had Monte Cristos and Davidoffs, and that's about it. And then we had some of the platinum, the big boys.
Yeah.
And if you didn't know anything about cigars, I wasn't giving you a big boy. I wasn't even giving you a Davidoff. I was going to give you a Monte Cristo.
Right.
Because you don't know what you're smoking.
Yeah.
But somebody came up here. There was one guy, and we had the Davidoffs that were about this big, and he loves those things. And he's like, dude, if you got any extra at the end, could you give me one?
Right.
And, the policy is kind of like, no, we can't really do that. But I took one out and put it in my pocket just for him, because he was so passionate about it. It came up to the end of the event. We are completely out of cigars. I couldn't find him anywhere. The coordinator came up and I told him about this guy. I forgot his name. He eventually circled back around, and he's walking around. I went, hey, man, I saved this for you. You should have seen the look in his eye. I felt like $1 million, because he's like, I love this cigar, and I'm going to be here for the next 2 days, and I don't have time to go get cigars. I'm so glad you saved one for me.
Yeah, and he probably, you can just about guarantee, probably the next week he probably come in and bought probably around about 4 or 5 of them.
It was cool, man.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, the wedding events are awesome. The ones I've worked at, they always are.
Yeah.
So
just to let you know, the worst ones I've ever done are for Harris.
Well, this one was for a tech event at Ross.
It has nothing to do with Harris. It had me up there on at the club one night.
Yeah.
And right before winter, and it's pouring rain and wind, and you're outside freezing. And I finally worked my way up into.
I hear you.
And then I did then I did senior's wedding.
Yeah.
And the weather wasn't the best in that, but
yeah.
That one wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I chatted with Harris Four's brother-in-law for hours about cars.
I worked it was a tech event at Ross Bridge, The weather was perfect. This was 2-3 months ago. I don't remember. It was perfect because it was cold.
Oh,
so you're just wearing a jacket and you just
that's awesome.
Perfect weather. Absolutely perfect weather.
Yeah.
Lit up perfectly.
That's the fun part.
Free booze. The guy, like we were parked here. There was the doors to the main entrance, and then there was the guy with all the alcohol. And he came over and he's like, "Oh yeah, man, cigars. I know they're for all these people." And I went, whoop, handed him 2 Monte Cristos. Went, "Here you go, man. I tell you what, that's all I had to do." And he was like, "Hey, you want some more to drink?" He'd walk over and give me more. Just showed a little kindness to him, and it's like we were on the same page.
One of the best ones I went to, of course, is one of the ones up in Vulcan. We had a show up in Vulcan up there, and it was a Birmingham promotion, is what it was. And literally, it was us. We were the only cigar company there, and we had our own little tent. And man, people were coming out of the woodwork. They had liquor. They had a tequila tent. They had a whiskey tent. They had a car show down there on the lower level. And I mean, they all kinds of classic cars up and down the road, you know.
Dude, I bet a cut and light event at a car show would be amazing.
Oh, it'd be stupid.
Well, the thing at Vulcan went on, they did that 2 or 3 years and it got killed because of COVID. And I expect it to come back.
I hope so.
I know the car community loved it.
Oh, I bet they did. And it was probably all the guys you knew that was there.
I'm good friends with kind of one of the organizers. I should probably see if they're going to put that on the schedule for next year.
Hey, if you do a cut and light there, I would love to join.
I won't do it. I won't do a cut and light there. I'll have to be there promoting my podcast.
No, well, I would love to do the cut and light there for that, just to be there, be able to talk with you and bullshit. And I'm telling you, man,
just tell Harris. Tell Harris. I mean, if John can get this thing going, tell Harris and shoot. He'll put you there. He'll put you there so fast, make your head spin.
I will make glad time. I will make time for that.
Heck yeah.
We were supposed to go to dinner that night. Sorry, honey. We ain't doing that.
Man, I'm telling you, that's the man. There was people. My God, at the people at that place. Lord, it was a ball.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
Anytime I go with the car clubs to somebody's house and that, all car guys, we'll do cigars. It's
good. Yeah.
Speaking of cars, I think it's Forza, the video game. They just released the trailer for their newest one, which one day I want to show it to you later on. It looks so good that, John, I want to play it. And then I want to do a podcast with you talking about the game and the specifics.
I'll be honest. I almost hate the new car video games because my friends will get on Facebook and a lot of them race cars for hobbies and that, semi-professional even. And they'll talk about racing and you got to sit there for 5 minutes and try to decide, are they really racing or are they video gaming? Because
have you seen some of the rigs? Yeah. They call them sim pits.
Oh God. Yeah. That was a big Need for Speed guy.
They've got a guy. I've seen some guys that I do space flight sims with, and these guys have got full on racing rigs.
Oh,
and they've got rumblers on their chairs.
I've got a friend that builds a modular racing sim.
Right.
And a modular sim.
Yeah.
And you can outfit it to be a car.
Yeah.
You can, then it has flight controls if you want it to be a helicopter, if you want it to be an airplane, various sticks and various rumbling things. It's not a 3D motion thing because the 3D motion things are just way over the top complicated. You really don't need that.
Yeah.
But I'll say if you really wanted to see it and you're in the area, the 25th of
remind me of this because that sounds really intriguing. Mr. Burton says
yes, 25th of June in Gadsden, Grip Autocross. They're going to do an autocross, which is racing in a parking lot around cones.
Right.
Sounds cheesy, but it's really freaking
cool.
Going? I'll be there with no driving gloves. It's actually organized by the host just left No Driving Gloves. It's not an SCCA thing or anything. It's a very fun autocross. Over the lunch hour, if you bring your Power Wheels and your kids, they're doing exhibition runs of Power Wheels on the course.
That's so cool.
My friend's bringing his racing simulator. They're backed by the Gadsden Tourism Committee and the city, and it's just.
Can I come with you, like as your assistant or something?
Oh, we can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds badass, dude.
I work with a guy that has the what do you call it, the simulator,
Mhm.
and has like 3. I mean, this guy serious, sort of a mini roll cage type thing here where he can sit in. It's got servos on it. You can feel the track, everything about it. And there's an organization that club that you get into, and he says he has raced with Dale Jr. before.
Yeah,
That because they're on their headsets, and they're doing NASCAR.
Yeah, there is a whole sim racing league and things like that.
I've heard of that.
So.
You're looking at $5-10 grand for these things, man.
Yeah.
Incredible. He described them to me, and I was like, "You're kidding."
That's entry level.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the stuff that I deal with is like Verpal for flight stuff, Monster Tech for mounts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Monster Tech makes a full, like you can buy their full frame setup to where you can put a chair in it and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's Verpal, or I forget the name of the company, but they sell this thing. It attaches. You can put it on the bottom of the chair or sitting out the back of the chair. It's about this big. It's about that tall, and it's basically it's a vibrator, a rumbler.
Right.
That's a better way to say that.
Yeah, that's better.
But like they say the same thing. You don't need too much to enjoy it, but that little addition of just a little bit of rumble, nothing that's going to mess you up when you're driving, just heightens the immersion.
No, it does. It does that. I can see that.
And John's like, I don't want to heighten the immersion. I'll just go do it.
I don't. Everybody gets that wrong. I really don't do a lot of racing, but sims are so exact. Like you said, Dale Earnhardt and that Dale Earnhardt Jr., not Dale Earnhardt,
right.
will be out there and they'll test. When they first started IndyCar racing at Barber's, they were bringing out simulators, and some of the teams would use them. And they had one driver that was on it. And when they were done, they bought 2. And they said, you saved us more money in damage to the car this weekend.
There you go.
Than what these cost.
There you go.
Really?
Because they would have
Yeah.
wrecked on the track because they learned the track.
Yeah. And
that is astonishingly
you can
cool.
upload each track on whatever you're using right there. Just
and
like
they get
you would a
detail
golf
about
cart.
it too.
They
huge, dude. I mean, they get so.
They laser scan the tracks and have every bump and
Yep.
every fill and
That's
every piece of blacktop.
That's what he says. Man, I'm telling you, I was just shaking my head.
It can take a
talking to him.
week and a half to laser scan a whole track. Just to
Oh
have
my
the surface.
gosh.
Man.
You imagine having that job?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I almost would probably prefer to put roofs on a house.
Watching paint dry.
Well, no, I mean,
we got stuck on turn 3. There's a divot in the track.
being
We're having trouble
a
scanning.
roofer, as hot as it is with all that tar and stuff, it's miserable to be on a racetrack in the summer.
They do it Lizar now, so you got to get worried about that.
Yeah. Well, we're way past time. We could probably keep talking. Honestly,
we're about 40 minutes over our half
we could
hour.
keep talking.
Oh,
Honestly,
God.
all 3 of us could keep talking for another hour. But let's go ahead and end this. I appreciate everybody being here. Remember, hit that like button for us real quick. Smash it, smash it, smash it. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you, John. Great
time,
conversation,
as
being our
usual.
producer.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you, Gary.
Yep. There it is.
Yeah, this has been great. Since I stopped sipping on that, I'm starting to pick up on it.
Get some water, clean your palate, and then you'll taste
Devin
it.
will be trying another one of these at Trust Vegas tomorrow night.
Yeah, if they're there.
There you go.
If they're there.
Yeah, go.
Devin
with
will
it.
be trying another one of these at Trust Vegas.
Yeah.
It might not be one for you, but I bet you there's one for you.
Yeah, you'll
That'd be
enjoy
great.
it.
I'll be
You'll
honest with
enjoy
you.
it.
I would really like to.
You'll like it.
Be my starter.
Are you cooking us lunch on Saturday again, Gary?
I'm not going to be there Saturday. My daughter. Let's see.
How are those
this
wings?
Saturday?
Well, you did back-to-back weeks. I was surprised.
Yeah.
It confused the John here.
Yeah, here. Well,
Not this
Harris
John,
asked me to.
our regular John.
Yeah. So I did some. What was it? Reverse seared chicken fingers. Is what
I saw
did
those
there.
pictures, man. I almost got up and came.
Yeah, and and within 1 o'clock they were gone. I mean, gone. Poof. I mean, I did four breasts, and they left.
Yeah, I asked JC on Sunday if he went over and had, and he goes, "Oh, I was there last. Gary wasn't there yesterday. He was there last week." I said, "No, he actually worked 2 weeks in a row."
Yeah.
So you're not going to be working this weekend?
Not this weekend nor next weekend, unfortunately. Yeah, I've got I'm just taking off this weekend. I got some stuff I got to do, man. I got the grass to cut. My God, my lawnmower's broke, so I got to fix it.
Going out there with the old machete.
That's exactly right. Yeah, those sling blade.
I would say the sickle, but that gets you in trouble.
I got one of those old timey push ones.
Oh yeah. I used to have one of those. Was going to revamp it and actually use it. And then of course my wife ended up saying,
there's something about it, man.
Yeah.
I remember buying when I first bought my house. I didn't have a mower.
Yeah.
I use my neighbors every once in a while. I went, you know what? I'd like to try one of these.
Yeah.
It definitely doesn't cut it as well as a modern mower.
That's true. No.
But there's something nostalgically fun about
right?
just
pushing that thing, man. No gas, just get on that thing and roll.
And silent.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Sharpen those
not
blades,
electric.
man, you good. Non-electric, right? No batteries.
Where are you going to be at, John?
I'll be here on Sunday like usual, noon to 6.
And last but not least, tomorrow at Trust Vegas, we will be open from 6 till whenever. Can I tell you something that happened last week?
All right. Ready.
I went to bed at 4 a.m.
Good God, man.
I got home about 3 a.m.
Man.
You're doing 12-hour shifts, dude.
Bro,
Jeez.
we had a great
time.
Oh, it was very lucrative.
Oh,
very lucrative.
Oh, that's so good.
Plenty of booze, plenty of food. We've been getting food from a place local that Mr. Will knows. Try to support somebody local and brings in these big aluminum. We had catfish, we had ribs.
Oh, come on.
We had sausages. We had everything, man.
Snap.
It was great.
Yes.
So look forward to events like that. Trust Vegas every Friday night. It's getting bigger and bigger. Population's growing.
Oh, man. Awesome.
It is. I'll tell you, John, it's starting to pivot to what I've always wanted it to be.
It's going to grow.
It's basically a cigar event every Friday.
Yeah.
That's
what we're trying to turn it into.
Yeah.
We got something special happening tomorrow, but it has to do with steaks, but you can't just show up and get a steak. You'd have to bring your own, or you'd have to pay the guy $20 beforehand to do that. But if you bring your own steak, we'll cook it.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. Now, next weekend, I will be at a Bluegrass Festival on Saturday.
Oh, snaps.
Yeah. And of course, that's for the 4th of July Bluegrass Festival that they have on Pine Mountain, which is about 1.5 miles from my house. And all the big names going to be there. Ricky Skaggs that came before. So it's going to be a big time there. And of course, we do multiple shoulders. So we barbecue and we got this big cooker that handles about 40 at a time. Ooh. And we smoke all of those right there. And of course, chickens to go along with it. So we do half chickens and whole pulled pork. And so I will be there next Saturday, and actually we'll be doing the smoking for that place. So yeah, it's going to be cool. Yeah.
All right, y'all. We'll see you next week, right? We're good? Next week?
Should be good. We be here on Thursday.
If you've got any show topics, could you put the email up there?
Dance party.
If you have any topics you'd like us to discuss, please email.
Yeah, throw it out there.
Our email address. Smoking Underground.
Sorry, guys. I'm only working off one.
Cigar Smoking Underground at gmail.com. Cigars Smoking Underground. Okay. Watch the S right there, because a lot of people
one S on that.
Send us in there. Say, hey, I'd like to talk about this, and put a few points in there.
Oh, we'll take it.
Hey, the more points, the easier you make it for us to do. The more we can converse about it. You'll get a spotlight as somebody who helped us do that. Become a VIP on our channel. Pop your comments up, and we'll just have a great discussion. And if you got any recommendations on libations I should try, shoot them our way. Try to use everything that's on the 280 list, the list of stuff we have.
Which is quite a bit, I think.
It's quite a bit, yeah. Which, by the way, Cigars and More has some of the best prices on alcohol.
I heard. So a buddy of mine, Dr. D, Josh, who comes in here all the time, he looked at that list and looked at the price and went, are you kidding me with this? Really?
Because he's used to paying double. Usually than what we charge.
And of course, One-Legged Wes is one of the best, he's one of the guys that works here, and he is a connoisseur in the whiskey itself, self-proclaimed.
Yeah.
And so he lets me know. He says, "Man, we got good prices, dude."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just sort of just blow smoke at it.
Yeah.
But no, I've heard that we have the best prices in town on that stuff. So yeah, cool. Yeah, man.
No driving gloves.grip.
Yeah, go to nodrivinggloves.com/grip, and that'll fill you in on that autocross event. I saw that we had a commenter say cars and cigars.
Yeah.
And I might
baby.
I might go to the extent that we might pull a Ducks Unlimited thing. And I might bring a few cigars, and if you mention the podcast while you're up there, we'll pitch you.
Could you you put mine up there?
Man.
Do you have a link to the autocross?
No, but I got my gaming channel.
Oh,
Anyway.
there it is.
No,
I'm just saying you can go there. You can find out what's going on. They've got lunch breaks and a whole bunch of stuff going on. That'll take you to there.
there you go. Yeah.
Man.
And if you want to register, if there's still spots available,
Gadsden.
Yep.
That's a fun city.
And catch me on Twitch at Arc of Fire on Twitch. There you go.
There you go.
There's my plug.
yes. Well, let me see if I can find a video here, and we can roll on out of here.
Yeah, I think.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking around. I know as soon as I said we're done, the numbers dropped drastically, which is typical. That's why you don't ever announce when you're going to end. You just end.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Later, taters.